Hi mamas, it's Maggie from BeauGen. Welcome to Express Yourself, the YouTube channel where we share tips, tricks, and all things helpful on your mommying journey. In this video, we are giving you so much information, resources, and downloads for you to help prepare for breastfeeding or pumping while you are pregnant. You'll see across this YouTube channel, our blog posts, and our social media profiles, we say it time and time again, breastfeeding, just because it's natural, isn't always a walk in the park. But that doesn't mean you're doomed to struggle. We've created all kinds of different blog posts and videos and free downloads, as well as partner with other professionals so that we can give you as much information to help you prepare and also troubleshoot and ask questions while you're breastfeeding. So in this video, there's going to be a lot of, you'll find this in the description box below. So don't worry if you don't, catch everything. You can always rewind or stop. And we'll also have everything labeled and available in the description box. So let's get started. Okay, our first tip is to take a course. Now you've got a lot going on. Your body is going through a whole host of changes. You're preparing your nursery, you're making a registry, you're doing the shopping, you're doing everything, and now we're telling you to take a course. But a prenatal or antenatal breastfeeding course is such a huge stress reliever and wealth of information. Lucky for you, BeauGen offers a couple of different online, on-demand courses. So we have a bundle pack that gives you all the courses. We have the ultimate breastfeeding course. We have the ultimate pumping course. We're gonna link all of these in the description box below. But these courses are available for you to take as you have time, because we know you're busy, and they stay with you. So you can also go back and reference these courses once your baby comes and these questions arise or you can't remember something. So you always have this resource. So take a course. I know you're busy, but do yourself a favor, take a course. And you can also have your partner take the course too, so that they know how to support you and they know what's going on with your baby and your body and how they can help. The next tip, find free breastfeeding resources. Now, not everything that you need to support yourself during this journey is a paid tool or course. There are free resources out there. We offer a good bit of them ourselves, but there's also a plethora of IBCLCs, CLCs, different organizations, your hospital system, your health insurance, and even your healthcare provider often offer free resources for you. This is one area that you can also tag in your partner, your mom, or a supportive gal pal. They can help you research these and find them so that you have them on hand to, go over before you're pregnant, but also so that you have them when you need them at hand when you're breastfeeding or pumping. In our description box below, we offer a free ebook on breastfeeding a newborn, what to really expect. And this is a great resource, and it's available for you for free. Our third tip is to plan ahead. Now, how do you plan for something that you don't understand or you don't know about? This is why the research and the taking the course is so important, but once you take those, you can plan ahead so you can know or have an idea of how frequently your baby is going to need to eat in those first couple months. You'll need to know if you're bottle feeding and going out or running errands, how much you need to pack with you, if it's, a formula bottle or if it's breast milk and you need to keep it warm or cool. All of these kinds of things, knowing this now can help you plan so that when people come over, know when you need to pump, if you need to excuse yourself because you don't feel comfortable pumping in front of people or breastfeeding in front of people, all of these different things, just planning ahead is such a source of stress relief for many moms. In that same vein, we also recommend and offer a breastfeeding plan. Now you might have heard of a birth plan or birth preferences plan or template. There's such a thing as a breastfeeding plan. Now, much like the birth version of these plans, a breastfeeding plan is going to ask you questions, about bottle feeding, bottle preference, whether you plan to offer a pacifier and when you can do so, because things like nipple confusion. There's all different kinds of questions that these plans offer or ask so that you can help to plan ahead and know your preferences. I mean, you might have to pivot and make a game time decision, but at least you'll know what the options are when it comes to those, and you'll know your preferences and your fallback plans. So breastfeeding plan is really important, and there's a free one in the description. Tip number 5, practice. Okay, don't freak out, mama. We know and are not going to tell you to hand express or pump milk before your baby arrives. You can do so in the last couple weeks, and we have a blog post on that we'll link below, but for the most part, you should not be expressing milk before a baby actually gets here. But that doesn't mean you can't practice. Grab a baby doll, grab a stuffed animal, something that mimics baby, and practice the way you're going to hold them. Are you going to cross cradle? Are you going to try the clutch or football hold? There's all different kinds of things that you can do to help adjust to this new thing that you're going to be doing all the time. Practice with your boppy or your breastfeeding pillow, or if you're just going to use bed pillows, where are you going to put them? What works for you? How do you get comfortable? These are all things that practicing some various positions can help you answer. Even if you plan to exclusively bring baby to your breast to feed them throughout your mommying journey, it is a good idea to have a breast pump on hand. Life is unexpected. There may be times when you are away from baby and you need to pump to maintain your milk supply so that you can continue to breastfeed. There are times when you might be on certain medications or medical procedures happen, or you maybe have a drop in your supply, and pumping is a great way to help reconstitute your body's milk production so that you can breastfeed your baby. Or maybe you plan to exclusively pump, or pump when you go back to work. It's a great idea to have this ahead of time so that you can learn how to use the pump, familiarize yourself with the various parts, what's going to need to be replaced later on, just the various settings. Some of these pumps are a little bit more complex. Do you want a wearable pump, a hands-free one? Or, do you want a hospital grade pump? There's all these questions. And if you do your research and you do your shopping ahead of time, that's not something you're doing while you're holding baby at 3 o'clock in the morning because all of a sudden you have a problem. Your insurance may cover a certain pump, or they may offer to cover part of a pump. All kinds of questions to answer beforehand. So we definitely recommend getting your pump before baby comes. This next one's a fun one. All right, tip number 7 is to go shopping. Okay, so when you're breastfeeding or pumping, you quickly realize that not everything that you have in your current wardrobe is ideal for your new normal, right? There are shirts that will work. There are, dresses that you love to wear that are comfortable but maybe don't work as well, or it takes a little bit of extra time to get baby access to your breast or to set up your pumping routine. So go shopping now, invest in a couple nursing bras or pumping bras, grab some staple clothing items that are great for every day. So, shirts, sweatshirts, things that have easy access like zippers or overlapping pieces that you can just quickly move and provide baby access. There's also great nursing camis and different tank tops that you can get and just wear with t-shirts so that you're always not, super exposed, your belly, your back, you feel like you're just out there for the world to see. So have fun and go shopping. Okay, so while you're making your nursery or while you're getting your house ready for your baby, we highly recommend that you carve out a space for nursing or pumping. You're going to get thirsty. You're going to get hungry. You might want your phone on hand. You might want an e-reader or a book. You might, want a space that's in front of a TV. If you create a space where you have all of this stuff within an arm's reach, because let's face it, that's all you have to move, it's going to make nursing and pumping a lot easier. You'll be able to make sure you're comfortable, not fussing with pillows or supports. You'll have everything you and your baby need right then and there. It also is very helpful to make this a relaxing space so that it's, when you're nursing and pumping, when you're relaxed, it's much easier to achieve that letdown and express the milk, whether it's your baby suckling at the breast or whether you're pumping. So definitely it's worth finding a space. Maybe it's a dual space, maybe it's not just a dedicated, this is only for pumping, or for nursing. But definitely find a spot where you can kind of stock or stash these snacks, water bottles, different things that you're going to want. And it will make those feedings a lot easier. Tip number 9 is not as fun, but it's definitely helpful. And again, this is where you can involve other people to help you. This tip is to know the law. Well, it doesn't sound that fun. But breastfeeding in public is legal in all 50 states in the United States. And there's also legislation that protects you when you go back to work. Your employer has to offer you a space to pump, time to pump. There's different nuances in different states, but definitely take the time to do some research or have a friend or family member help you, because having this information on hand is going to help you have conversations with people like your employer ahead of time so that you're prepared and they're prepared to help you, to help facilitate, your needs as a new mom. So know the law. Not fun, but it's definitely beneficial. All right, our last tip is to grab a journal. Those first few days are gonna be so hazy. You're up throughout the night feeding baby, you're recovering from your birth, whether, whatever that birth looks like, you're gonna be exhausted. And then you go to your pediatrician appointment and they start asking you things like, how many ounces is baby taking? And they're gonna start asking you things like, how many ounces is baby taking? Whether they're formula fed or breastfed, breastfed's a little harder to know, or how frequently are they feeding? How many wet and dirty diapers do they have? How often are they up? These questions, and it's, I don't remember these questions, but having some kind of tracker where you can write these things down, you can just kind of present it or reference it at those appointments, and it makes life a lot easier. BeauGen has a Mama on Track infant planner and journal, and I'll link that into the description box below. It even offers a space for you, mom, to track how much water you're taking in so that you can focus on your health as well as babies. So that's a lot of tips. That's a lot of resources in the description box below. So please make sure to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share this video with the new moms, expecting moms in your life so that they can also be prepared. And like I said in a few tips above, find places that you can start to ask your community for help in preparation. There's a lot that we take on ourselves as moms, and that causes a lot of stress. So find places where you can involve your partner or family members, even if they're far away from you. They can still help do some online research and feel connected and involved and engaged with your pregnancy and your baby's first months of life. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions on things that we've mentioned in this video, pop a question in the comments below. We'll try to get you an answer or direct you to another resource, a professional who can provide more accurate or in-depth answers for you. And be sure to stay pumped for BeauGen and stay tuned for our next video. Thanks, mamas. Have a great day.